Lecture by CYC Chen Cynthia. You can pause anytime you need. 你可以随时按下暂停键。Make sure have your tools ready. Hello everyone, today we are going to do the watercolor. So first of all, you have to check. Check what? Check your paper is for watercolors. So you can see the book. So you will see there is the watercolors on the cover. Okay, it doesn't have to be the same book. So it doesn't matter, but you have to see watercolors. So that is for the watercolors, alright? If you see something else like sketch, dry media, they are not the paper for the watercolors, alright? So you must to see there's a watercolor on the cover, so you are sure this is the watercolor paper, okay? Then you have to use your hand to touch your paper front and the back, okay? Yes, and there is front and the back. The front one should feel a little bit rough. The back side is smooth. Okay, so we are using the rough side. So make sure you are using the right side of the paper. Okay? Alright, so what are we gonna do for today? We are going to do the watercolor for the oceans, sands, and the sun rays. Okay? So, your papers, pencils, erasers, and our markers. The marker is something you have to see. You have to see the permanent markers. So that's the one we are using. If you can't find the permanent on the markers, that is not the marker we are looking for. Okay, so make sure you have the wording looks like this on your markers, so then you can use this. Okay, so let me find another blend. So you have to find something looks like this. That's from Japan, but I can't find the words. So let me find something else. So that's C. Yeah, see? Even this is, I will see the permanent markers right here. So I can use this one, this ones, or this ones. Alright? But if your marker looks like this, Crayola, water washable, don't use this. Okay? You have to find the markers has this word, so you can use it. Alright, so first you have to check the paper is watercolor paper, and any pencil, any eraser that you use for the other class as well, and the markers you have to make sure they are waterproof. Alright, so let's begin. I want you to divide the paper in half. So let me zoom in so you can see more clear. Alright, so half, like the horizontal line, from the left straight line all the way to the right. But super light. They are not the final lines. Okay, we were going to erase it. Okay, then I want to have a big wave, the water wave. So from this corner, the middle line here, not the bottom, not the top, just right on the line. Then I want to have a big curve and touch the sky and roads and stop. Okay, a big curve and roll and stop right here. Okay, and we're rolling back from this point, rolling back and touch the line, stop here, and we are going to add in the wave, touch, going up, touch, and going up, and going out. Okay, that's our first wave. Then I want you to do one more right here from the middle. Follow the same, going out and doing another wave. 1, 2, 3, or bigger ones and small. All right, so one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you see the gap in between, they are not the same. So you don't have to do them looks like the same. All right, so I want to start to do my last layer. Now I have 1, 2, 3. Right, let's count. Do you have the same amount as I do? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I want to add one more at the middle right here. So see, it's going up, down, up, down, up, down, up, and out. Okay, so the wave looks different. All right, then I want to have something looks like here. Up, down, over the papers, and up, down, over the paper. Then I finish the oceans. So let me remove the pencil light right over here. Okay, we have to clarify. Then there's the beach behind the wave. So I'm going to add in a sim right here. Horizontal lines, not too big, because on the top I want to add a sun. Okay, so see, I have some space on the left right here. Okay, then I have in a sun half circle. All right, there I'm going to add in the rays, going out, going up, going to the top, all the way over the papers, continue. See, I stop right here. I don't cross over the wave. I stop and continue behind and stop and continue behind. Okay, you don't cut the wave. All right, so now what we are gonna do, you can add a few background if you want to. I want to add a very small tiny boat right here. Maybe you can add some wheel. It's all by your choice. All right, so now is the time for you to add in the background. Remember, don't be rushed. Take your time. That's it. Any detail you forget to add it, and don't forget every small part that you might need it. Don't forget, good art always takes time. No worry if you need more time to complete your awesome work. Okay, so when you finish the background, remember what we talked about? We have to find the permanent markers. So we are going to have 2 of them. If you don't have the small ones, you can use the pencil crayons to help you. Alright, so let me find mine. I just lost it. Okay, I got it. Perfect. So I only have a few things to trace. Alright, first of all, the sun. But not the sun rays. Okay, don't trace that yet. Use the thick markers to trace the suns, the grounds. Okay, stop. Then we trace the big wave. Only the outside here. Right here. Alright, then you see, I only use the thick markers to trace 3 things. Sun, but not the sun rays, the sand, and the big oceans. So, remember I said we use the thick markers to trace the main parts. So the main part is the suns, the sands, and the oceans, right? Not the wave, not the boats, not the people who skate on the oceans or the wheel, right? They are not the main part. They are the decoration. Even the wave right there, they are the pattern. They are the decorations. So for the rest of them, you are going to use the thin markers or pencil crayon to trace the pattern, the rays, the water wave, and the background you have. Alright, so now you can begin to trace the rest of them with the thin markers or the pencil crayon. Alright, so after you finish tracing, don't forget to use your erasers to remove all the extra pencil lines so that can keep our paper looks clean and it also looks more professional. Okay, so we always keep our paper clean before we start to do the next step. Alright, so after we finish the background tracing and remove the pencil lines, we are going to have our 3 minutes water break. So during the water break, you can go to the washroom, drinking some water or doing some exercise. Alright, and you also can keep doing your work if you are not able to complete your work. Alright, so after you finish all things, don't forget we are doing the watercolor, so you have to go to prepare the watercolors tools. Alright? But don't forget to coming back after the water break. We were going to do the colorings all together. Alright, welcome back. So first of all, you need to have your piece of paper with your drawings already, and they are pretty clean. Alright, nothing extra on your paper. Alright, then you need to have your cool, clean waters. So make sure the water is cool. Okay, no one using the warm water or the hot water for the watercolor. Okay, that will damage your watercolor brush. Then of course we need to have our watercolor brush, so you can have the big one and the small one. So big one for the big area, small one for the small area. Okay, so we have the watercolor brush, and we also need to have a napkin. Okay, so that's my old napkin. I use this one a lot of time, but normally I will use the towel, okay, to dry my brush. So either one, if you have the towel for you, then use the towel. Okay, if you don't have any one of them, you can use the napkin. All right, but don't use the toilet paper. Okay, it will stuck on your brushes. All right, then we also need to have the watercolor pens. So sometimes you will see the pens looks like on the trays, or you will see something looks like the toothbrush, the toothpaste. Okay, then you need to have a tray to mix the color on top. So today I'm going to teach you how to use the watercolor in the correct way. Okay, you are not doing the painting with the oil paint or the acrylic. We are doing the watercolor. All right, so that begins. Okay, so we are going to do the sun all together. So you can pick any color you like. Even you want to have a green sun and you think that is pretty, okay, you can use that. All right, but I'm the old-fashioned people. I'm going to use the yellow. So first of all, I'm going to apply the color on the tray. Okay, apply the color on the tray. Do I just grab the pens? I grab the color to color on top of the suns? No, we need to add in the water and mix the water with the colors. So see, the color should looks liquid. It's very watery. Nothing feels sticky. Okay, it will just like the juice. Not the yogurt, not the smoothie, not the ice slash. Okay, it has to be like the juice, watery. Then when I mix the color and the water properly, I apply the color at the way I want to. And that's it. I color the shapes around. Okay, I color the shapes around. Very slow. I'm not doing the scribbling. Then I can color the middle. Okay, and that's it. How can I create different yellow for the sun rays? Okay, so sometimes I can add in more water into the yellow, or any color you want. See, I add in more water. I apply more water on this, and that's it. When I color on top, I using the same yellow. I didn't use the new yellow, but you see the colors, brighter and even more richer. Okay, so sometimes you can add in a little bit orange into the yellow, but not too much, otherwise you are going to get the orange. I just apply a little bit orange. Okay, but I'm not going to color this one or this one because my yellow is not dry yet. The color will going through the other part, so I'm going to skip one. So I'm going to do this one. See, it still looks yellowish, but the color looks different. Alright, so now you are going to color 3 different yellow tones on the sun and the sun rays. Alright, but don't forget, you color 1, skip 1. Color 1, skip 1, and color 1, skip 1. Then you're coming back to finish the rest of them when the color is dry. Alright, don't forget, I want to see 3 color tones with the yellow, or for the sun color. Okay, so that's the yellow color I have. I mix more water. I add in a little bit orange into it. So I have 3 different colors tones. Alright, so I think you understand, so you can start to color your sun and the sun rays. Alright, so when we finish the sun, now we are working on the sand. So the sand is a little bit brownish, not the yellowish, right? But it's your choice. I don't want to give you the answers or what. Okay, so I want you to pick one color for the sand. Alright, any color, so don't limit yourself. What do you think? What color for the sand? And what color will make the joint looks even better? Okay, so just color around and make sure all the color is fit into your joint. Okay, so what color you think that is making more sense or even more prettier on your joints? Alright, so that's C. Okay, then we finished the sun, we finished the sand. Don't do the background yet. Now I want you to color the oceans. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so just like the sun. Okay, we have 3 yellow colors. So the same thing, I'm asking you to do 3 different colors with the blue. Okay, so I choose the blue, that's C. I have my first blue right here. Okay, so I have my first blue right here. I have to be very careful because they are pretty small, right? They are pretty small, so I have to be careful. Alright, then remember the yellow, the second yellow, I just added more water. So I added more water. And I'm not going to do this one because I just color right here. It's still wet. So I have to wait. So I skip one and do the third one with the same blue but adding more water. So that's see the color now looks different. The first one I did is more darkish, right? But the second one I'm doing is even brighter because I added lots of water. So how about making the darker one? So wait me a second, let me finish my first 2 so I can show you. See, I have to be very, very patient, right? Because I have some background. I believe you have some background as well. So you have to be careful. You are not just cross over them. You have to save the place for them. Alright? So don't be rushed. Even me, I have to do this very carefully. So I'm not going to ruin my joint. Alright? So I'm going to color right here. And the top. I have to color all the way to the top. So I have to do the coloring right there. Be careful your hands. The water is the color is not dry yet. The paper is still wet. So you have to be careful. Don't smash with the hand. Alright? So I got 2 layers. So how about to create the third one? You can add in a little bit red, a little bit. Oh, it doesn't look like red, right? So you can add in a little bit red, looks like here. And using the red color, adding into the blue, so you will get the purple. See? So the purple will look like another color for the oceans. Alright, it looks like the dark navy colors. But don't add in too much red. You will get the blue color become the red purple. It doesn't look like the oceans. Alright, so just a little bit red can change the blue color into the navy colors. Alright, now you can start to color your ocean with 3 different blues or other colors. Don't forget, you have to skip all the background. You have to save the space for them. Alright, so that's C. We finished the sun rays, the sand, and the water, right? So now we should working on our background and the detail. But I have to ask you to wait. You have to wait until all the colors are totally dry. Not 90% dry, not 80% dry, or 99% dry. No, you have to wait this 100% dry, totally dry out, nothing on the papers. Okay, so you can see the flexion. See, it looks shiny on my paper. It means my paper is still wet. So I have to wait. I have to wait until the paper is totally dry so I can start to color my background. Alright, so now everyone be patient. Let's wait for another 1 to 2 minutes. Okay, then we can move on to color our backgrounds. Okay, so that's C. See, my paper, it doesn't look shiny anymore. It's totally dry. It's totally dry. So now you can start to color your background. Okay, so are you going to use this big brush to color the small things? No, you are not going to use this big brush. You have to use the small brush, okay? Even the tiny brush like this, so I can color the small people right there. I can color my boats without color outside of the shape, alright? So make sure you use the small brush and they are small enough for you to color the background. Alright, so again, you can use any colors you like, and because our background is different, so we are not going to do the coloring step by step, but you have to be careful, okay? Try to keep the color inside the shape that you create. Alright, now you can begin. Alright, so when you finish your work and make sure every single thing you got the colors, then I want you to find a markers or pencils. To find a place to sign your name, so which means you check the work and everything looks perfect. Then you can sign the dates. So you can record after 10 years, you still remember when you did this awesome work. Alright, so I will going to see you next time. When you complete your drawing, sign the name and write down the date. 完成画作之后，签下你的名字，跟写上日期。Don't forget to take a photo of your drawing and send it to us. 不要忘记帮你的作品拍上照片寄给我们哦。And don't forget to clean out the table before you go. 不要忘记清洁你的桌子哦。Bye bye, see you next time.